What's going on? I'm Alex Hancock. I'm 26 years old and I started skating when I was 4. I think I had a PlayStation 1 and got Tony Hawk Pro Skater when I was 4 years old and played the video game for 2 weeks and then immediately got a skateboard from Kmart and quit playing the video game and went from there.
I'm 28 years old. My name is Drew Vincent and I started skating when I was 8 years old. Video games like the old Tony Hawk, and then also my mom gave me her old skateboard when I was like 8 years old that she found in the garage, and I just like fell in love. So.
My name is Archer Zitzer. I'm 17 years old and I was 13 when I started skateboarding. At first I did it a few times when I was younger, like 10. I maybe went out like 3 times total, but I was never really feeling it. Then all of a sudden one of my friends came to my house with a skateboard, right? And we went out and I just felt like it was kind of fun and I couldn't stop after that.
My name is Josh Ralston. I'm 19 years old. I've been skating ever since I was 14 years old. I started skating because when I was younger, my dad just got me a skateboard for Christmas. When I was like 8 years old, he got me like a Walmart board and I showed no interest in it. I thought it was pretty lame. But as I got older, I really got into it, like 2016, around there. And it stuck with me ever since. I used to skate around my neighborhood when I was younger, met a couple friends from there, and then eventually got the gig here. So,
my name's Kevin Marks. I'm 50 years old. I started skating when I was 14 in Kansas, but I currently live in San Diego, California. Back to the Future, the movie, was what first kind of exposed me to the excitement of skateboarding, and after seeing that film I was able to track down a board and started skating because of that, essentially.
My name is Isaac Guernsey. I live in Indiana and I've been skating like, I want to say since I was like 5, maybe 6. Oh, my brother, for sure. My brother skates a lot. He be skating in Louisville and he skated like my whole life and he definitely got me into it.
My name is Isaac Barnett. I'm 18. I started skating first when I was 8, and then I quit until I was like 14. I started back up again, so like 4 years. Initially, my uncle got me a skateboard for my 8th birthday, so I started for a little bit, and then I gave up, and then I think I started again because one of my good friends was a skater, and he just kind of put me onto all of it, and then yeah.
As skateboarding has spread throughout the world, the culture of it has changed and developed greatly. I took a closer look into Louisville's skate scene and its culture.
Oh, it's changed a lot, whether it be like the people that skate now, it's like way more diverse. The fashion, like everything is just, it's always in flux, it's always moving, there's always something changing, so it's super cool to see.
I've seen it honestly just grow. Whenever I first started skating, I would say there's maybe 20, 30 people really doing it, and now it's, I don't know, skateboarding just went so mainstream that there's just people popping up left and right, and since the pandemic started, it just seems like a lot of people want to find an escape from the reality we're all kind of stuck in, and skating's like, I don't know, it's a way that you can go out and express yourself and no one's going to judge you for it. Just the fact that like no one's going to tell you how to do it or what you need to do, you just kind of go out and do it every day. It's not like a regular sport where someone's telling you like you need to do this or do this that many times. Anyone who rides a skateboard has spent countless hours trying to do a kickflip, and like no one's telling them to do that, you know? It just it has a spark that not many other things in life give you. It's kind of like art and music.
Oh my God. If you look at like the first, like when skating was starting in like the 70s, 60s, it was all like big old ramps, big old half pipes. Now like it went to 90s, everyone's wearing baggy, doing street stuff. And nowadays it's just kind of like a trend. A lot more people aren't skating for like the right reasons. They just want to like look cool, you know what I mean? They want to like get like views on TikToks and shit. But I think skateboarding is all about just being a nut, like being crazy.
I've definitely seen a lot more just social media relevance. Like with skateboarding, especially in the city, I've seen a lot of kids pick up skateboarding who I never would have guessed would have started.
I have skated a good part of the country, and skate parks and the acceptance of parks and recreations departments consistently building in skate parks to the basketball courts and playgrounds and everything has been probably the biggest change that has allowed more and more people access to places to skate.
I spoke with the owner of Home Skate Shop, Noah Holzman. The shop was featured in Lucas Beaufort's Heart Book, which features skate shops from all around the world. Noah explained that home can trace its roots to his grandmother's shop, Skateboards Unlimited, which opened in 1988. Once she closed her shop, a former employee opened Home Skate Shop in 1994. Later, he offered the shop to Noah's uncle Tom Hornung. Noah's uncle and another former employee of Skateboards Unlimited, Derek Matten, continued running the shop.
It's kind of a hub for skateboarding, definitely. It's where everybody buys their stuff. It kind of brings the community together.
I think it just gave people kind of a safe place in skateboarding, because like I know in the 90s skateboarding wasn't really that accepted, and even though the shop was there, I think it gave, like, I mean, it's called home for a reason, you know. It gave a lot of people in skateboarding a place that they could gather and kind of build a community out of it. And I would say it wasn't until like early mid 2000s where once there was a video game for skateboarding, that's where it was like, oh, there's a skate shop in town, let's go up there and like buy a skateboard. But before then it was just a small group of dudes like trying to build a place that we felt welcomed.
It's once again just giving people somewhere to go. It's always been like, for me personally as an employee of the skate shop, like it was like I got the job basically from sitting on the couch at the shop long enough. They were like, you want to work here? Like you're here every day when you get off, or like as a teenager or something. So it's just always been a welcoming place for anyone and everyone. So it's been awesome.
The owner of the shop, Noah Holzman, does a lot of great stuff in the community. Like he organizes park cleanups. He helped get Breslin Skate Park down the street built. All kinds of stuff like that. He also has helped me out with like some of my stuff. Like he's given me a camera or two to work with, and yeah, he's been great. I started working here like 2 years ago now, and I've met a lot of great people through just working here, and a lot of good opportunities have come from that.
I feel like the skate shop as a whole, we really try to like promote events.
And speaking of events, on this particular day, the Enjoy Skate team visited home.
All right, so right now we're in Home Skate Shop. We got the Enjoy team right now. They're signing some boards, signing some merchandise. They're professional skateboarding team, some OGs. It's pretty dope, as you can see. It's busy in here, it's bussin'.
Skate parks are also important hubs for skaters. The Dave Armstrong Extreme Park, originally known as the Louisville Extreme Park, opened in downtown Louisville in 2002. Breslin Skate Park, located in the Highlands, opened in 2018.
It gave people a place to skate that the cops aren't going to run you out of. It like gave us a place that you can just go to at any time. Our park is actually 24 hours, which around the country, if you like travel out of here, you'll learn that no parks are open past 10. So that's like, I don't know, it's a blessing. It gave the city like a place that we could just go skate all the time and not have to deal with security and not have to deal with, I don't know, being judged for it or being yelled at for it. I think Breslin gives Breslin's a lot better for the younger kids. Like downtown, you kind of get a mix of all sorts of people. At Breslin, it's usually people under the age of 18. Everything's kind of smaller, and it's just, it's an easier place to get introduced to skateboarding, and it's really welcoming to parents, and I don't know, it just gives, it's a, how do I word it? It's more of a, huh? We built it. Oh. We built it.
Skateboarders.
Skateboarders built Breslin. It was just kind of like our idea to give a safe place. Like, they're called safe spots, skate spots. It's not really a huge skate park, but at the same time, we want to try to get those popped up all over the community to where like you don't have to drive all the way downtown or over to New Albany to skate a skate park. You can just go to your local park, and there's a little 1,000 square foot slab with a couple things to skate.
Oh, that changed it majorly. So like when I started skating, I was like right before the park opened. So I just was skating like parking lots and churches and like different stuff, because I grew up in a different area of town. My grandparents actually took me to the park, and from then it was like I actually got to meet a bunch of other skateboarders. I only knew like 2. So it went from me knowing like 2 people to like having a community always there that I could go hang out with and skate with and stuff like that. So it's also just giving other people and other kids an area to go skate, because like the downtown park kind of has a thing on to where it's dangerous and like, oh, there's too many like crazy people and stuff like that, where Breslin is just a lot smaller, like it's easier to learn on just because of how everything's set up. So
the park gives everyone a place to meet up at and practice. There's one more in the Highlands called Breslin, and that's been here for like 3 or 4 years. That's where I mainly go. It's a good park.
There's been a lot of new skate parks popping up, and I feel like, especially in areas where kids are completely new to skateboarding, it has definitely brought in a lot of new skateboarders, and it's really showed people that it's not a crime anymore, you know, but I'm pretty stoked for that.
Louisville specifically has, you know, I would say is ahead of the curve as far as a lot of major cities. You know, the skate park in downtown is huge. It was one of the first parks that had a full pipe in the whole Midwestern region. So like, you know, oftentimes cities can be too cheap, you know, and go too small and not hire the right contractor to build their skate parks, but this one was done pretty well.
And when asked about the future, these skaters have high hopes.
Oh, it's growing. It's sick. I was like, we have so many new skateboarders. We're so creative within that group of skateboarders too. So just through skateboarding, you meet people that are doing clothing, magazines, photography, and it's like bringing everybody together, and everybody wants everybody to grow. So it's just going to keep growing.
I think there are going to be a lot more people like coming up out of Louisville, like John Clemens, Alex Hancock, both John Clemens and Coty Robinson, they're local skaters. They both went pro over the past year, so we're definitely on the come up.
I think it can really just go up from here. I mean, I think we're working on another park soon in the future, and just kind of bringing more people into the skate community, especially people who are from like lower income backgrounds, and introducing them into skating.
I would like to see people just out there filming and filming video parts and just doing what like we all have done since we started skating. I don't want to, if anything, I don't want all the new skate parks popping up to make kids not street skate anymore. I want to see kids out there filming and like kids progressing and dudes like filming and doing it kind of the way that we are now. I don't want to see that get lost in translation. I just hope the city keeps growing, and I hope that the shop can continue to do it like we have been, and that we can get more parks built and see these little kids drop some video parts, and hopefully like see a couple dudes make it out of the city.
I just want to make sure everybody's having fun when they're doing it. I mean, it's always going to change. I just want to make sure people stay positive about it and like don't pick on everybody just because they can't land a certain trick or something like that. I want everybody to grow.
Well, when I was a young skater, I never thought that I'd be skating as a 50-year-old. So there's more and more examples of people skating well into their 50s and 60s now. That should give you plenty of examples of the longevity that can be attained, you know, for a skateboarding aficionado. So keep skating, your whole life.
I definitely want to see more, I guess, women skateboarding. There's been definitely a lot more women skateboarding in our community, and that's really sick. So I'd be stoked to see some more girls pick it up. That'd be cool.
Josh brings up an important point. Going to any skate park will show you that skating is dominated by white men. According to the Public Skate Park Development Guide, only about 17% of skaters are women, and the statistics are similar for people of color.
I mean, I never really saw that many black skaters when I was little growing up. So, I mean, when I first got in here, being as colored skater wasn't really my first question, wasn't my first word. It was whether or not if I'm going to get hurt, because there was rumors about, you know, just people of color getting hurt around here specifically. So, I've made countless friends. The overall environment here is pretty nice, despite what other people are saying, or what people usually say.
I'm Lily Wabi, I'm 18, and I was 16 when I started skating. So it was like very early quarantine period. I was like on YouTube, and I started getting skateboarding videos recommended to me kind of out of nowhere. Like, I had no interest in skating before that, but I was like, this is kind of random, but it seems pretty fun, and I started and never stopped. I don't think it held me back, but it definitely changed the way I started skating. So I wasn't in school, like high school was kind of not happening during like early COVID, so every single day at like 7 a.m. I'd wake up and go to the skate park when I knew there was not going to be anyone there, and I just didn't really like care how I looked when I was like a brand new beginner in skateboarding, and so I don't think it changed how I like felt as a girl being a beginner or a skateboarder in general, but it definitely changed how I started skating, and I did that for months. Like it was months until I went to the skate park not at like 8 a.m. I've definitely had stuff said to me. I keep a quote list in my phone of like misogynistic like stuff that I've had said to me, but it's just more funny to me. We have this like group chat with some of the girls that skate in Louisville, and we'll text each other about the random like just shit that we hear all the time. It's annoying, but it's just something that like you deal with and laugh at. I've never been like intimidated just because I don't really care, but I know that that's a huge like hindrance to girls who want to get into skateboarding, and it sucks. But yeah, one time there was this person at the skate park, and I like let him borrow my skate tool and whatnot, and then I'd never seen this guy before, but we started skating around and whatever, and I was trying some trick, and he goes, "Wait, so you like actually skate?" I was like, "What?" Like, and that's just the stuff that people say. Like I know they're thinking it even if they don't say it, which sucks, but whatever. I don't really care anymore. I think just have like places where skateboarding is happening, like whether that be the skate park or the spot or whatever, like just have it be a good community. I think a lot of people have this perspective of like when a girl walks into a skate park, like they don't skate, whereas if a guy is walking into a skate park, there's never going to be the perspective of like, oh, he doesn't skate. So I think like it's going to be hard to break those stereotypes, obviously, but just let the community be like a good place. Don't say crap to girls or anyone who's trying to get into skateboarding, because you don't need to.
Skate or die. That's all.